On crew. Definitely a tough night. Um, Russell Westbrook. It's funny because I made a Russell Westbrook Harden lineup just goofing around, and that was my highest point total for the night. So anything with Russell Westbrook in it with a little bit of thought would have should have got you in some money tonight. I only played it in the free tournament, so it really didn't do much for me, to be honest. The John Wall, Steph Curry lineup did okay, but this game turned into a blowout. So Evan Turner didn't have the opportunity to get more points for me. Shout out to JaVale McGee, man. He dropped a 30 bomb tonight. I definitely felt good about JaVale. Bazemore underperformed. Dwight Howard underperformed, man. I had a good feeling about Dwight. I had a good feeling about Otto Porter. Had a good feeling about Markeith. Otto Porter and Markeith got um, hindered with some foul trouble, but Dwight Howard has no excuses. Gortat was the plug tonight. Gortat took advantage of this guy, man. It sucks. It sucks. But think we gotta look at some Gortat moving forward. His price might be increased, which may make it a little bit difficult. But I just want to get into tomorrow's lineup, 3 game slate. Let's see who's joining me on YouTube. Increase may make it a little bit difficult. Ernest says, "Hey man, what's going on? Rough night. Yep. Litter than McCullum. What a disappointment. Yeah, those guys did nothing for me. I don't want to talk about them. I just want to move on. Cleveland versus Indiana. Um, J.R. Smith questionable. I'm gonna start with Indiana. At this point, I'm looking for 7 times value again. Right, I'm gonna stick to that. Jeff Teague will need about 42 to get me there. And the thing is, he's been playing pretty well these last couple games, and still hasn't been able to crack 40. So I'm not really interested in Jeff Teague. Lance Stevenson at 5K. I already mentioned I'm good with that. Monte and CJ Miles is just too risky. Paul George for 10-5. It's tempting, but I'm gonna have to keep it moving. I know it's a desperate game back at home, but I just don't trust it. Thad Young for 5.6 sounds a little more like it for me. Um, Still don't know if I can drop that for Thad Young. And then Miles Turner needs about 30. And if you're playing matchups, stay away from it. I'm gonna fade all Indiana players tomorrow. Let's take a look at Cleveland. Kyrie Irving for 8.6. He needs about 50. He's been steady in the 40s. Um, the reason I don't like playing Kyrie Irving, look at this. He just went off for 37 points and still couldn't hit value. All right, his assist numbers are not great, especially with LeBron. So I'm gonna hold off on some Kyrie. Um, Definitely gonna hold off. Um, Moving on. The other two big three I might get on. LeBron James getting you 60 every night. You can't fade it. He's gonna get you rebound, points, and assists. Still hasn't gave me that triple double that I know he's capable of, and I think it's just any minute now for that. Um, Paul George has not been able to slow him down. He's playing 40 plus minutes a game. Just gotta have some LeBron, man. It's negligence not to. All right, and then Kevin Love for 7-9 is a little bit intimidating, but the first game he got into foul trouble early and he was limited to just 31 minutes. Playing matchups, I think I like Kevin Love. I'll give him a look, and that's about it. Tristan Thompson needs 30. I don't know if I can get to anyone else, but I might not even play Kevin Love. I might just stick to some LeBron James in this game. See how YouTube feels about that. Brett Johnson, what's going on? Randall says Howard is effing dead to me. I think I agree, man. I'm done with Howard. I seen Gortat get 3 blocks back to back on him. I'm like, yo, man, this guy soft. They should have stuck with Al Horford, man. I'm done with that, Dwight Howard. I'm serious. I just want to say bump. It sucks because Westbrook price is gonna go up, and I still don't think I'm gonna be able to get to him, man. He definitely broke the slate. If you didn't have Westbrook, it's gonna be hard for you. And It's just one of those things you gotta live with, but it's risky paying 13K for that guy. At home, I don't know. I don't know. All right, so Toronto versus Milwaukee. Everybody seems to be healthy. I'm gonna just go ahead and start with the Toronto side and just get Serge Ibaka in there for 6'3". How much was he the last game? 5'8". He went up $500. I think he can average 40 this series if he wants. His three-pointer again has been wet. All right, he's grabbing rebounds. He got 6 assists last game. I think he'll double again with some rebounds. I don't know about 6 assists, but if he can get me assists, rebounds, and points, you gotta love Ibaka in that situation. I'm gonna go ahead and get some Ibaka and be happy about it. And then looking at the guards, I'm gonna leave the guards alone. 8K Lowry is interesting, but it's a tough matchup. I'm playing matchups. I'll leave that alone. And then DeRozan for 8K, same thing, man. I just think that Milwaukee's pretty solid. I like the bigs in this game. Valanciunas for 4.8. Tempting. Something to keep an eye on. I can't say I'm really feeling it. PJ Tucker's not in a bad spot for 3.8. You know he's gonna get the minutes. It's just that he hasn't really shown up. Now he's going on the road. I don't know how I feel about it. For 2.8 though, I like DeMarre Carroll. I don't think he can do too much wrong for that price, man. He's gonna get the minutes. I'm gonna hold on to him briefly, just as a punt play. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to him. I don't want to take risks, too many risks anymore. But I kind of like DeMarre Carroll starting, getting you almost 30 minutes for that price. The last game he only had 17 minutes, but I think I don't know. I don't know how I feel about DeMarre. I'm gonna get him out, but he's interesting. On the Milwaukee side, Antetokounmpo at 10K. That's interesting, all right? So we know he's going to get a bunch of rebounds. 8 the first game, 15 the last game. And we know he's going to score a lot of points. At home, I think I'm pretty safe for some Antetokounmpo tomorrow. Normally I don't pick him, but being 1-to-1, and just the way that he's been asserting himself during these playoffs, man, he's taking 18 and 24 shots a game now. Let's go to the regular season. He was taking 13, 17, 16 shots. But if he's going to be taking 18 to 24 shots, that pretty much means they're giving him the offense to do whatever he wants with it. He'll score, he'll rebound, he'll assist. I think he's a triple-double threat on any given night. He'll play a lot of minutes. I think I like Antetokounmpo tomorrow. Tony Snell, I'm good. Good off that Tony Snell move. Why am I good off Tony? It's just 4K. 4K is just too much. I liked him when he was 3K. All right. Then when he was 3.7, you guys told me don't do it. I didn't do it, and it was for a good reason. But 4K is just too much. I don't know if I can get to that. Chris Middleton for 6.5. I'm not gonna do it. People were big on Chris Middleton the last game, and I told you guys be careful, man. I mean, he got you 5 times value, so I guess he did hit value per se, but I'm not into Chris Middleton at all. Beasley just seems to get the minutes. Teletovic, same there. And then Monroe is someone that is interesting at home. All right. We know he does much better at home than on the road. He already dropped 38. Then he came back with 26. So I don't think Monroe is a bad option, man. I don't think Monroe is a bad option. He didn't get as many minutes this last game. And, I'm going to stay away from Monroe. I think the first game was kind of fluky. Playing matchups is just not a good fit, especially with Ibaka doing a lot of center playing. When Monroe comes off the bench, I don't know. If I'm going to really punt on this game and really want to trust someone, I'm going to take Thon Maker for just 2.9. I'm going to take Thon Baker for 2.9 and be happy about it. Thon Maker is getting the start. And although I don't really like messing around with rookies, but for sub 3K, I think it's worth it. The first game, he put up 15, which is decent. Second game, he came out, put up 20. He's going to get the minutes. He's blocking a lot of shots, 2 to 3 shots a game. He doesn't even have to score. He's going to get rebounds. He's going to get some blocks, some steals. And I think he can score. We know that he can hit the three-pointer. So if he takes some more three-point shots, I just like Thon Maker as the starter for that price. I don't think it's a bad move at all. So I'm going to go ahead and lock in some Thon Maker. And then to continue with Milwaukee players, that's about it, I think, man. I think that's about it for the Milwaukee folks. All right. And then Memphis versus San Antonio. Let's start on the Memphis side of the ball. Everybody's playing except for Tony Allen. He remains out. Mike Conley for 7.5. I think I like Conley tomorrow, man, at home. For 7.5 tomorrow, I definitely like Conley. It's hard not to play Conley, man. It's all his team got. I think I like Conley. I'm going to go ahead and pick on some Conley. It's hard, man. Selden, how many minutes he had? 16. I just don't like messing around with those 2 and 3. Vince Carter got 33 minutes, couldn't do much. Tough matchup for that guy, man. Ennis just had a good game. I don't know if I want to chase it. Definitely don't want to chase it. Zach Randolph. What I do like about Zach Randolph is that in the second game, they brought him off the he's just so risky of a guy, man. I don't know. But what I did like about him is that he started the second half. So let me read his notes. After struggling the opening game of the series, Randolph was back to his normal 10 more minutes in game 2, with the game being more competitive and likely see minutes in the mid-30s for the remainder of the series. They might even start him. I know they started him the last game, second half. Randolph is one of those guys. Let me see what you guys talking about. Not done effing with Theo though. Who's Theo? 2 points away from winning, and they sit everyone on. I know that feeling all too well, Emlist. Who's Theo? I don't know who Theo is. Theo. I like Conley. Gasol, I'm gonna stay away from only because I'm playing matchups, and San Antonio is just not a good matchup for him. He had a nice first game. He's back at home. I think he's in a good spot. Even Zach Randolph is not really a great matchup, but I'm thinking about it. I might just go Aldridge again and just be happy. Aldridge played 42 minutes this last game, and he only shot the ball 8 times, which is kind of weird. And these slates are getting weirder and weirder. Kawhi, I'm gonna have to get some Kawhi in my lineup, man. It's gonna be tough not getting Kawhi in my lineup. So, let's see. How can I make that happen? I will definitely have to get rid of Zach Randolph. Throw some Kawhi in there. And I might have to get rid of Antetokounmpo, it looks like. I know that I like him at home, but the 6K. And Antetokounmpo is not a guy that I don't know why I even went there. It's just not the guy that I love to play like that. So let's go ahead and lock in Conley as my point guard. I want to say that I want to keep it going with Tony Parker. He's been pretty solid, man. We might not get 6 times value, but I think we can consistently get some 5 times value out of him. And why not, right? Danny Green for 4K. Let's see what we got here. David Lee. Pau Gasol for 4.7. Listen, man, the price keep dropping on Pau, and he just got 30 minutes. He put up 21 for 4K. Pau Gasol. Interesting decisions. I like Pau Gasol for that price. I really do. It's about time that he gets us that 30-point game. Just that his rebound numbers been kind of shaking. He comes off the bench. That's what's making me really think twice, man. Coming off the bench. A buddy of mine was an Iggy anything away from getting 20K. Wow. Theo Cosby. You guys are killing me. So it look like we got to make some adjustments. Let's see what we could do with this lineup, man. I think an 8K Kawhi is not Kawhi. Kevin Love is something that I might have to get away from. See something. Well, he did 3 for 4. He got to the line 12 times. Yeah, I'm gonna get away from some Kevin Love here. See if I can balance out this lineup a little bit. For 2 guard, not messing with Lance. Maybe some Ginobili for 3K. You know, Ginobili has yet to get it going this series. He might be in a good spot. Let me see what's a decent 2 guard pick. Troy Daniels, stay away. How do you get back-to-back games in the negatives with what's his name out? That's just terrible, man. I don't know what's going on with that kid, man. I don't know. Having a hard time with 2 guards tomorrow, guys. I have to pay for some Lance. I think I might have to pay for some Lance just to be safe. I know it sounds crazy, 5K Lance, but I don't know how the team is gonna do with Lance, man. He's too emotional. I know they already pissed off with him about all that emotional outbursts. I don't want to play him, and then they limit him. Even J.R. Smith is maybe not a bad look, you know. Is officially listed as questionable. Let me see. Let me throw some Lance in there. Right? You can't go too long with Lance. Let's move up Serge Ibaka into the 4th spot. And let's move up Kawhi. And let's see if we can punt somebody for this low price. Maybe Deadman. 10 minutes a game, Deadman. Seriously? No. Rich Jefferson. No. No Beasley. Seraphin. Might just throw some surfing in there and just call it a day, man. Or even some. But with Al Jefferson back, I don't know how I feel about surfing. Yeah, Al Jefferson missed a couple games, so surfing got some run. I don't know how I feel about surfing now. For just $100 more, I threw Patterson in there and felt pretty good about him. I actually like Patterson's game. I think Patterson is pretty decent. But or even Carroll for all that. I'm just $100 short. I love every player that I have. Let me see what you guys think. Here is my question. You played every player that can get you 6 times value all through the season. Why not now? It's a good question, Randall. It's just playoff basketball could be different, but I'm back to it today. That's what I said in the beginning of the stream. All these guys here, Mike Conley, get you in the 40s. He just did it 2 games pretty much. The second game here, he played less minutes. No, this was the game he dropped 30 in the first half, and then they kind of shut him down. and then he came back. So that's 6 times there. Stevenson is at 25 and 29 and 28. That's pretty close to 30. That's 6 times value. LeBron would need about 66. So I might have to come off LeBron, man, because to say that he needs 66 is a little tough. So I might have to come off LeBron. Ibaka has shown in 2 games now he's over 6 times value. Thon Maker needs 18. He's averaging that in the 2 games, so that's 6 times value. Tony Parker needs about 24. 22 and 24 is decent. Kawhi Leonard needs 50s, and he's just dropped 50. So I think with that little wake up, I think LeBron is the weakest link here. And if we get rid of LeBron, we can do some upgrading. So I'll throw Kawhi in the small forward spot, looking for that 6 times value. It's not a bad idea. You have a great system. Not one time during the playoff have you gone with that. And I watched you every day. Punt, punt, punt. Not your game. Hey, Randall, I'm going to take your advice, man. I'm going to go 6 times today. It's a good point, man. It's a good point. Valid argument. Very valid argument. Paul George needs 60. I don't see him doing that either. Let's see who else here can get me near that 6 point that I want. I think Antetokounmpo is pretty safe tomorrow, man. I think I like some Antetokounmpo at home. But that's pretty much it for the guys that I think are pretty safe for 6 times value. Conley, Stevenson, Kawhi, Serge, Thon Maker, Tony Parker. Let's see what else we got here that I'm leaving behind. Kyrie Irving, we need about 50. He's been pretty solid, man. That's a good matchup for him. I'll go ahead and pick on some Kyrie and feel good about it. Get some Kyrie. He needs about what? 48 plus 4, about 52. He's averaging 50 in the last 10 games. He's putting up a good 5 times floor. What has he been doing? He's just scored 30 points. His assist numbers, man, has not been there. His home road split's pretty good. See something really quick. LeBron, home road split, 50. So I'll stay away from that big LeBron tomorrow. Looking at Love and Kyrie. They're both in good situations. Love needs 48. We know that game 1, he didn't get the minutes. This game, he did much better. He got to the line 12 times. That's when Stevenson kept fouling him. I don't know. I want to get 2 out of the 3 big 3. I think if I could just plug some Love and Kyrie. And let's see something. Maybe take a chance on some Greg Monroe. I think they go back to Greg Monroe, being that, with him getting more minutes, they won. And 26 is not that bad. For 5K, he can easily get you 30. You know that having Monroe and Thon Maker is a good combo. So I think I'm going to try this. I'm going to try going with some, I don't know about Kyrie either. I'm gonna go Thon Maker Monroe. I'm gonna start there. All right. I'm gonna start there. And then 54 for Kawhi. He just dropped 53 and 46. I feel pretty good about Kawhi tomorrow. Ibaka, I know, can get this what I need. Tony Parker. Let me come down off Tony Parker a little bit really quick. And then get back in these 2 guys on Cleveland. Let's get back Kyrie and Love, right? Conley, I feel like can safely get me that 6 times value. I don't want to take him out, but I think it might be best to just get rid of Conley and go back with Tony Parker. I think this is a valid lineup, man. I think this is a valid lineup. Tony Parker, Lance Stevenson, Kawhi Leonard, Serge Ibaka, Thon Maker, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, Greg Monroe. Let me know how you guys feel about it, man. All these guys are capable of 6 times value. I didn't really pay up big. My highest price is Kawhi. Staying away from the big guys. I'm thankful that there's no Russell and there's no Harden. So the real thing I got to cross my fingers about is really LeBron and then Antetokounmpo going off crazy. I don't think Antetokounmpo LeBron is capable of doing damage, but he's almost 12K. If I'm looking for 6 times value, it's going to be hard to get to some LeBron and Antetokounmpo. They kind of, I don't know. I feel pretty good about this lineup though. Tony Parker, Lance Stevenson, Kawhi Leonard, Ibaka. It sucks. The 2 guard position really sucks tomorrow. Let me see what you guys talking about. Good to have you back. Vandal, you the man, man. You the man, Vandal. Come on early tomorrow and let's win this shiznit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think I'm gonna stick with this lineup preliminary. I like it. There's no one that I don't like. Lance Stevenson, I think, is a little risky, but look at his numbers, man. 25, 29. 25 and 29, that's 5-time value floor. We know that he can get it going. I think he comes out at home with the crowd behind him. I hope he'll carry us the way. Tony Parker is yet to have one of those 30 bombs. I think tomorrow is a good spot for that. Just that his minutes, man. His minutes are so limited. Let me see. A guard for 4,700. What options do I have? I really don't have too many options. I think Brogdon gets back going, but I'm not really willing to be that risky. Snell needs about 24. He had 18 and 22 in the first 2 games. He's playing 30 minutes. Let me try something really quick. If I take out Lance Stevenson and throw some Snell in, then I can get a guard for 59. What would my option be at that point? Still not getting Conley. Conley is what I really want. Just doing some deep thinking. Patty Mills, how did he? It's just that Tony Parker doesn't really get the minutes. Hopefully, the game stays close at home, and Tony Parker gets the minutes. That's what I'm kind of going by. Starting point guard for only 4,600 is pretty good, and I think his 5 times value floor is pretty good too. I think he can. He has potential to get me some 6 times value. I think I'm okay. What did I do? Let's get back some Lance Stevenson. Oh, let's keep Snell there for a minute though, because I like Snell. 6,500. What can I afford with that? Some Middleton. He's not gonna get me 6 times value. Middleton's not a 40-point player. Aldridge getting 36. I don't know how I feel about that. Get some Randolph with Snell. So Stevenson, Monroe, or Randolph, Snell. I think I like Stevenson, Monroe. I'm gonna go Monroe and Stevenson and just be happy about it. Stick to that. It's a good little system. So Monroe, Stevenson. Into that for now. And I'm gonna wrap it up. Why no LeBron? I'm looking for 6 times value again. And LeBron is expensive, man. And being up 2-0, I think he can relax a little bit. I don't think on the road he's gonna want to overexert himself. He hasn't really got too much rest in the regular season. And with his team with a comfortable, demanding 2-0 lead, I think if the game gets out of hand early, they'll scale him back. And just looking at the first 2 games, the first game, yes, he got 66. The second game, he got 61, which is just a little bit over 5 times value for that price. The honest reason is he handicaps my lineup. and I can get some serious guys in. Like, for example, I think between Thon Maker and Monroe, I can get 48, which is 6 times value, right? If we look at the first 2 games, for example, 20 and 15, right? Let's look at Monroe. 26 plus 20 is 46. 15 plus 38 is 43. So having Thon Maker and Monroe together handcuffed guarantees me a good 6 times value, just about. So I like that, okay? And then I'm looking at Ibaka. He's already putting up 6 times value in the first 2 games. Why not stick to it, all right? Kyrie Irving needs 48 to 50. He hasn't quite gotten there, but to be in the 40s consistently, in a good matchup, I think he's in a good spot. Kevin Love needs 48. He just had 49. I think he's capable. In 5 games against this team, 40. To be honest, it's a valid question. Looking at this, right? If I take out both Kyrie and Love, because I really don't want to leave LeBron behind. I think he's a must play, and I throw in LeBron. I still got 5K here. You know what I mean? And then I can get some Conley, like I really want. Right? Get rid of Stevenson, put back in Snell. Like Snell. I'm gonna ride out Snell till the wheel falls, man. But then it still leaves me a handicap for a guard. Still leaving me a little bit stranded for a guard. But I got some decent play. I think but Ginobili, he hasn't really gotten me 18 or 20 yet, but we know that he's a player that consistently can get you there. With no Tony Allen, I don't think it's a bad idea just throwing in some Ginobili, to be honest. They haven't really been using him. And he's all right. So Ginobili shot the ball 0 for 4, 2 games back to back. And that's why we're not getting much from him. I don't think Ginobili stays that cold, man. And I really want LeBron and I want Conley in my lineup. So I think I'm going to do that, man. Conley, we can get 6 times value from. We know that LeBron can get you the highest score on the slate. He'll get you in the 60s. That's good enough. Monroe's good with Maker. I like that. Kawhi needs 54. He just dropped 53 and 46. So Kawhi is another guy I'm looking at that I can probably upgrade. If I can upgrade Kawhi for some Antetokounmpo, I really want Antetokounmpo now that he's at home. So if I could put Antetokounmpo in, I think I can get 60 from Antetokounmpo. In 6 games, he's averaging 50 against this team. And it's been shown that the team really can't maintain or contain him. Being back at home, I think Antetokounmpo is in a good spot. So then a 2,500 guard, it's just not. I might as well just stick to Kawhi, knowing that he's what they go with, and throw some Ginobili in there. The thing is, if the game is a blowout, we know that Ginobili's not going to get the minutes, but he's shooting 0 for 4. I don't think that continues. So I'm going to take Ginobili and Kawhi and be happy about it. And that's it. That's a decent. I like this one much better than the original. Mike Conley, Tony Snell, Kawhi Leonard, Serge Ibaka, Thon Maker, Manu Ginobili, LeBron James, Greg Monroe. A lot of Toronto, Milwaukee plays. Let me see what you guys think. If you like the first one or you like this one better. Let me save both. And then tomorrow, I'll see how I feel. That might just be my 2 lineups for tomorrow. I might just run another 2 lineup game and just do that. So I'm going to enter both in. The first one with no LeBron and then the second one with LeBron. So I went Conley, Snell, LeBron, Serge, Thon Maker, Greg Monroe, Ginobili, Thon Maker, and Kawhi. So those 2 are the lineups that I'm looking at. And then tomorrow I'll come to a decision how I feel about each one. All right, and that's pretty much it for now, guys. If you haven't liked the video, go ahead, hit the thumbs up button, and I'll be on at, let's see, tomorrow is what, Thursday. The games lock at what time? 7. I'll be on at 6:15 ish. Anywhere between 6:15 and anywhere between 6:15 and 6:30. I'll be on. You said really no Kiri? Who was that? You talking about Kawhi? I have Kawhi. Definitely got Kawhi. I got Kawhi in both lineups tomorrow. So definitely got Kawhi. I don't know what you mean Kiri, but Randall. But that's it. I'm gonna get back to the 6-time philosophy and see how it treats us in the playoff, man. Shout out to Randall, reigniting that 6-time love. Peace out, guys. I'm out of here.